Mga kabayan, pansin nyo ba? Sa social media ngayon, lumalakas na ang boses ng taong bayan.
May nabasa akong post, sabi, ang feeling nung iba ha, nakikitax namin yan, wala naman trabaho. Bawat Pilipino dito sa Pilipinas ay may karapatang magalit sa mga corruption issues na nangyayari ngayon sa bansa natin. Yes, ultimo sanggol, nakakasilang lang. Ultimo estudyante, unemployed, lahat may karapatang magalit. Lahat po ng binibili natin may tax. Ultimo kumain ka sa labas, bumili ka ng groceries, basahin mo yung resibo. Pati gatas ng sanggol, may tax po yan lahat. Sobrang nakakagalit kasi makikita mo na yung mga tax na binayad mo, pinangmamasarap lang sa buhay. Ang sarap na buhay nila. So wag niyong i-shame yung mga nagagalit. Dapat nga encourage nyo yung mga Pilipino na magalit at dalhin yung galit nila hanggang eleksyon. Sana naman po, hindi lang tayo ngayon galit. Dalhin nyo yung galit nyo hanggang susunod na eleksyon. Hindi yung galit na galit tayo ngayon tapos aang-anga naman tayo sa eleksyon. Unti-unti nang nagiging edukado ang mga botante. Tama si Miriam Defensor Santiago na kaya takot ang mga kurakot na pagandahin o improve ang edukasyon dito sa Pilipinas kasi takot sila sa mga edukadong botante.
Tama naman si ate. Mapapanood mo kung saan-saang lugar sa Pilipinas na lubog sa baha. Mula sa kalsadang parang dagat hanggang sa bahay na halos kainin na ng tubig. At oo, kabayan, nakakaiyak na makita ang ganitong sitwasyon. Sa video na ito, kabayan, sisilipin natin hindi lang ang baha, kundi ang hinaing, luha at boses ng taong bayan. Sapagkat kahit gaano kalalim ang baha, mas malakas pa rin ang sigaw ng sambayanan para sa pagbabago. At guess what? Ultimo mga influencers sumali na rin sa laban. May mga pa-POV pa sila. POV, ikaw ang kamag-anak ng involved sa flood control project. Aba, parang TikTok skit na may hugot line.
Here, I hope we don't lose sight of what's the bigger picture. Ask ourselves, why is this even possible in the first place? How long have we been tolerating this kind of excess and corruption in our country? And honestly, I've been on that side before, like getting cancelled and everything. And I hope we get to move past the ad hominem attacks or like bullying them physically or something like that, because there's a bigger issue here. Let's focus about systemic issue, which is governance, accountability, and how our money, public money, is handled. The content that I created was something to spark conversation lang, but we should never let this issue die down. The end goal sana is we strive for good governance and a culture where public servants serve with integrity. I just want to come clean that me and my friend, we don't have 759k spent for a single dinner. Hindi po kami yon, hindi po kami kawatan, hindi po kami anak ng corrupt officials.
At syempre, hindi mawawala ang mga spoof. Ultimo si Alice Guo na nananahimik, ginawan pa ng netizens ng parody, kakaloka.
Better na lang talaga na magkaroon ng sugar daddy tsaka sugar mommy kaysa yung grabe yung mga nakikita ko ngayon. Buong timeline ko is about flood control. Mga putang inang nepo babies na yan na mga garapal, di ba? And ako, actually, I wasn't gonna talk about this, pero talagang nabother na rin ako. I mean, it's better na lang talaga na magkaroon ng sugar daddy tsaka sugar mommy kaysa yung putang nakikita mo naka-all Chanel, naka-all Hermes, naka-Birkin bag na milyon-milyon ng presyo tapos yung pala galing sa taxes. Like, okay na yung maging gold digger ka at this fucking point. Pero yung ganon, yung putang ina mga taxes ng tao, yung ganong karami tapos sasabihin mong sobrang, oh my God, di mo kayo dito magagamit ko. Like, girl, it's how much kung magkano ang ninanakaw sa mga Pilipino, it's just so na kahit di ako dyan nakatira honestly, nakaka-high blood talaga yung mga babaeng to, yung audacity talaga na mag-post ng ganon. But it's just, damn, how can you sleep at night knowing na maraming nagugutom, marami kang pineperwisyo, and lahat yun galing sa kanila, no? Sa mga hirap ng mga Filipino. It's just so sad to think of that. Tapos mga Filipino is, you know, they don't know and they're just so oblivious about it. Tapos pinipraise nila itong mga nepo babies na to, you know, they're realizing though. Pero we were all realizing just now, right? Nakita ko tangina itong mga to, bakit dami-daming pera to? Nagtataka rin ako minsan eh, pero katulad ng pagtataka niyo sa maraming akong pera, di ba? Pero nagtataka talaga ako, tanginang mga to, sabi kong ganun. Hindi sa jealousy eh, pero ang asim naman ng mga mukha. Ang ganda ko, di ba? Pero yung mga transformation nila, tapos out of nowhere, di ba? And going back to it, doing my own investigation din, political pala, kaya pala may kaya, di ba? Pero grabe rin, it's so sad. It's so sad na mga nagtatrabaho sa Philippines na konti na nga lang po yung sweldo sa isang araw. Tapos putang inang taxes na kinukuha nila kada buwan. Kasi may mga family po ako nag-work and they take away that much tax for what? Diba? Saan napupunta yung tax? Yun pala, sa mga Lululemon, sa mga shoes nito, mga nepo babies, mga parents nila, doon napupunta ang mga taxes. Hindi sa flood control, sa mga kailangan gawin, diba? But I guess it's the Philippines, you know, it's Philippines. And I think matagal natin pinagdadaanan to. Ngayon lang natin talaga, may social media ngayon and platforms na ganito when we can talk about it and mas knowledgeable yung mga bata and mga viewers ngayon. I think at least, di ba? Kaya, it's sad. Kahit sabihin mo ng vote wisely, kahit sinong botohin mo, hindi mo rin alam kung yung taong yun, you know what I mean, sa huli, kurakot, di ba? So,
At may nagbigay din ng side si Emmanuel, anak ni Kuya Kim, na iba ang pamilya nila.
Controversy when everyone was hating on me in the Philippines, because trust me, there was so much misinformation that I was genuinely considering getting lawyers involved. Was that my lifestyle, my schooling, my house, my travels, my clothes, etc., are funded by politicians, are funded by the government, are funded by corruption. Yes, my one grandfather and my aunts and uncles on my dad's side are in politics, but I want to make it so clear that my immediate family, my sister, my brother, me, my mom, my dad, do not get financial support of any means from that side of the family. My mom is the breadwinner, meaning she brings home the money, and her family is not in any way, shape, or form related to politicians. She came from a Taiwanese family. She studied so hard in school. She went to an Ivy League university, majored in finance. She became a stockbroker, invested in a bunch of different things, started 2 schools, and now she's getting her second master's degree in Harvard. My dad has been in entertainment on TV, I'm sure you know, for decades, for years. We do not get financial support from any of my extended family.
At meron din netizen, nagkwento ng karanasan nila tungkol sa anak ng politiko na sadyang bully daw ito.
I came from a very privileged private school in the Philippines, and so he went up to me, and I was a scholar at the time, 50%, and he was like, "Hey Lucia, I heard you're a 50% scholar, so does that mean I own like 50% of you?" And in my head, I'm like, my parents are honest taxpayers. Your dad, hypothetically, was a government official. Does that mean I own 100% of you? Like, hello? And that's when people are like, oh my god, I can't believe they're acting like this. They've been conditioned to have an astronomical sense of entitlement. And it goes back to just their upbringing and how they're educated, because a lot of these kids end up going to college abroad. So they're never gonna take an EDSA revolution class. They're never gonna, study the political dynamics in the Philippines or patronage politics. And even if that was the case, they're not taking the majors in order to understand how detrimental their families have been to the Philippines and the Philippines' development as a whole. Obviously, this is a case-to-case basis, but this is just a pattern I've observed. Obviously, there are some children of political officials who study in the Philippines and still don't care. And I remember when I was talking to this kid once, he was like, yeah, like, I'm gonna take business in the US and then I'm gonna come back here, and like, by the time I'm 40, I'll be a senator because I'm the heir. The heir? What are we? A feudalistic society? Do we have a king? Do we have a queen? Like, hello? Anyway.
Grabe no. By the way, seryoso tayo dito. Sa kabila ng mga patawa at memes, malinaw ang pinapakita, sawa na ang tao. Hindi na pwedeng basta tiis na lang, kasi bahalang yan lilipas din. Hindi. Ang boses ng tao, lumalakas at mas nagiging creative pa. Kung may spoof, may parody, may rant, may POV, lahat yan paraan para mas marinig ang hinaing ng sambayanan.
Babad na kami dito. Wala bang flat control dyan?
Kabayan, tandaan natin, hindi sapat ang pwede na yan. Hindi tayo dapat pumili ng leader na parang project na laging under construction. Dapat matalino, mapanuri at mabusisi tayo sa pagpili ng mga ipupwesto sa gobyerno. Lagi nating ipahayag ang ating saloobin, online man o offline. Dahil kung sama-sama tayong magiging maingat sa pagpili, ipapanalo natin hindi lang eleksyon, kundi ang pangarap na magkaroon ng isang masaganang at maayos na Pilipinas. Kaya mga kabayan, huwag kalimutang mag-like, share at subscribe dito para tuloy-tuloy ang ating kwentuhan. Tandaan, boses ng bayan, lakas ng sambayanan.